Kaayuhan usab sa tanan namo nga mga kaigalaan, mga kaigsunan nga Seventh Day Adventist nga nagapadayon sa pagsunod ning atong inadlaw-adlaw nga pagtuon. Kini na usab ang tingog sa Last Message of Mercy, Seventh Day Adventist Church nga nagapadayon sa paghatag og mga Bible study. O nining kagabion lain usab nga topiko ang ato nga pagatunan nga ginuluhan kini a call out from Babylon and Pope call for unification. So duha ka klase nga pagtawag, ang pagtawag nga nabase sa balang kasulatan o usa ka pagtawag gikan sa Papa nga mao ang panaghiusa. So sumala sa nasulat dinhi mga kaigsunan, ang pagtawag nga nahitala sa Biblia sumala sa 1 Corinto 6:17-18 nagingon diri, busa panggula kamo gikan kanila ug magpalain kamo gikan kanila. Nagaingon ang Ginoo ug ayaw na kamo paghikap ug mahugaw, unya pagahinangpon ko kamo ug ako mahimong inyong amahan ug kamo mahimong akong mga anak nga lalaki ug mga anak nga babae. Nagaingon ang Ginoo sa nga makagahom sa tanan. Mao kini ang nalitala sa basahon ni Apostol Pablo nga nagaagda sa mga katawhan sa Dios nga magkinahanglan gyud maglain, maggula og maglain og mahimo nato siyang amahan o mahimo tang mga anak kung sundo nato ang instruction nga gihatag sa atong Ginoong Dios. So kini mga kaigsunan, aduna na po ay lain nga pagtawag mga kaigsunan nga pinadayag 18:4. O kini gituan namo nga mao ni ang katapusan nga pagtawag sa katawhan sa Dios. Atong mabasa dinhi mga kaigsunan, unya nadungog ko gikan sa langit ang laing tingog nga nag-ingon, gumawa kamo kaniya mga tao ko aron dili kamo makaapil sa iyang mga kasalanan o aron dili kamo makaambit sa iyang mga hampak. Mao kini ang ginatawag katapusang mensahe sa kaluoy o Last Message of Mercy nga nahitala diri sa pinadayag 18:4. Katapusang pagtawag sa Dios sa iyang mga katawhan. Sa pagpadayon mga kaigsunan, sumala sa writings misway, iya kining gina-interpret kining pinadayag 18:4 gintawag niya the Last Message of Mercy is the message of separation. Kini daw mao ni mensahe sa pagbulag. Separation from personal sin and separation from apostate church. So duha ka klaseng separation from personal sin o separation from apostate church. Kaya nga naman, base sa itong gituan mga kaigsunan, adunay tulo ka lakang o tikang sa kaluwasan. The three steps of salvation. Ang una, righteousness by faith. Ikaduha, sanctification, o ang ikatulo, glorification. Mao kini ang tulo ka tikang sa kaluwasan. Din ang una, righteousness by faith. Gipagkamatarong kita pinagi sa atong pagtuo kang Ginoong Hesukristo. Nahimo tang matarong tungod sa atong pagtuo kaniya. Ang pagsunod sa kasuguan sa Dios mao kini ang bunga sa atong pagtuo o pagsunod sa iya mga kabubuton. So mao na ang unang tikang ginatawag righteousness by faith. Di pa kamatarong ta pinagi lamang sa atong pagtuo sa atong Ginoong Hesukristo. Sa atong panahon karon mga kaigsunan, niyatas ikaduhang tikang nga mao ang sanctification. Kining sanctification gikinahanglan gyud ni mga kaigsunan, no? Kay mao ni ang ikaduhang tikang nga kung ma-qualified ta niya nang gitagana sa Dios nga gingharian nga walay katapusan. Kaya nga naman, nag-ingon man ang Dios, magbalaan kamo kay ako balaan man. Mauna nga ang tumong tuyo nining katapusang mga adlaw mga kaigsunan, kinahanglan nga niya ka nato ang ginatawag Christ-like character. Kaya kung dili nato ni mabatunan mga kaigsunan ang kinaiya sa atong Ginoong Hesukristo nga mag-reflect sa atong kinabuhi. Mao ni ang ikaduha nga paningkamutan nato kini pinagi sa tabang sa balaang espiritu. O ang ikatulo mo ning glorification. Mao na ni ang pagbalik sa atong Ginoong Hesukristo, ang ikaduha niyang pagbalik nga dugay na nato nga ginapaabot. Mao ni ang three steps of salvation. Diritang sa pikas nga bahin mga kaigsunan, adunay laing pagtawag. The goal of papacy is to unite the nations and religious organization. So, ato karon makita ang nagkalailain nga mga video clip, may kalabutan sa mga pagbiyahe, pagbisita sa ni Pope Francis na nagkalailain nga mga kanasuran sa bugtong tumunong tuyo nga mao ang paghiusa sa gobyerno o sa mga denominasyon, sa mga relihiyon, mga kaigsunan, mao kini ang kumpanya, ang plano o ang programa sa Vatican City. Ato pamatian mga kaigsunan ang video karon nga ato makita dinhi ang nagkalilain mga dapit nga gibisita ni Pope Francis.
Nolan is right here on the tarmac with some of the other church leadership and church clergy, and people are scrambling to get to the barricade to try and get a glimpse. You can see them cheering, and we're going to pan over here to so that you can see the plane as it's coming through on the other side. Roy, can we swing over here? I'm going to duck down, Derry, so that you can get a better view of the plane. That's the American Airlines plane. This was chartered. A lot of people were asking us, is this Shepherd One? The answer that we found out from the Archdiocese is no. It is a regular commercial airline, but it was chartered by the U.S. Conference of Bishops to take the Holy Father on his travels here in the United States. And this is just something there wasn't any special design inside. There's regular coach seats. There's first class, about 16 first class seats. And some people were wondering, well, would he even sit in first class given how much he wants to be with people? But this is his private plane for the moment. And it's now taxiing on the tarmac here at Kennedy Airport. An historic moment, tremendous sense of excitement is just here. We have the Secret Service, we have the clergy on the tarmac ready to greet him. Basically the crowd, which was making a lot of noise just a couple of minutes ago, people have their phones up. You see the flag, you see the American flag, you see the Vatican flag right there, and the plane is now coming close, so we should have a pretty good view as that door opens up for you. But I can't even describe to you what the sense of excitement and anticipation is here, even with the police officers, the Port Authority police, the Secret Service. There has been tight security here all day, but there's also another type of atmosphere that I can't even describe, of just joy and excitement as this historic moment. Now the plane is pulling up on the tarmac. We're right at the very end of the runway here at Kennedy Airport in front of Building 19, and they're getting the signal from the ground crews to slow down, and slowly coming to a halt here. Cardinal Dolan had his hand over his eyes because it's very sunny here, and here he is. Let's just take in this moment here, this incredible moment. He's holding it up there. Okay, it's very windy here at Kennedy Airport, as it usually is. He's got a broad smile on his face. Cardinal Dolan's eyes are glued there. He's moving pretty quickly down these steps here. And we see the other people getting off the plane, the other church officials with him. And I'm not sure who that is in the suit right behind him, but here we go. The Cardinal Dolan, the archbishops, they're greeting him. And he has touched down in New York City, right here at Kennedy Airport on this gorgeous September day. He's hugging them. I think the Pope's going to like New York. He's got a big smile on his face. And here's the other church leadership coming down, and other people that were on this very special American Airlines chartered plane.
Lisa, fantastic job. Thank you very much. What a powerful moment we are witnessing right here. We're going to bring the Monsignor back in. And Monsignor, give us a little more flavor of what we're seeing right now.
Well, this is an incredible sight, but I have seen it so many times. You know, to me, there's a... to the people of New York, to see Francis, a man so popular, you know, coming to our city and understanding what the message that he has to give us is incredible. And I see all the dignitaries there, with him. Actually, the Bishop of Brooklyn, because
Mao to mga kaigsunan, ang pagbiyahe niya sa Estados Unidos, diin nakikimamat kaniya ang presidente nga mao si President Donald Trump. So pagpadayon mga kaigsunan, anya din ang ilahang panagkakubildo sa presidente sa Estados Unidos.
The Vatican, where President Trump met with Pope Francis for the first time this morning. The two leaders greeted one another warmly, shaking hands, posing for photos, before holding a nearly 30-minute meeting behind closed doors. Now, as is tradition, the President and the Pope also exchanged gifts. The visit coming after two exchanged some sharp words over key issues, including immigration, during the presidential campaign. Remember this?
A person who thinks only about building walls wherever they may be and not building bridges is not Christian.
For a religious leader to question a person's faith is disgraceful. I'm proud to be a Christian if and when the Vatican is attacked by ISIS. I can promise you that the Pope would have only wished and prayed that Donald Trump would have been president.
Joining us right now with more on this historical visit, Catholic League President Bill Donahue. Bill, thanks so much for joining the conversation this morning. What do you see from this meeting? What kind of a message does this send, the two of them meeting today after what we heard during the campaign?
Well, obviously they're more concerned about national security. That trumped everything. But, even that clip there, this is what the media have been doing. The Pope is on the papal plane, and a guy from Reuters says to him, well, Trump wants to separate families. Trump told Chuck Todd, I don't want to separate families. So they lied to the Pope, is my point, about what Trump said. And the Pope said, listen, if this is what he said, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, it's a little bit of a nuance there. Look, the New York Times and the Washington Post are out this morning already saying that the two men are diametrically opposed. You know who's diametrically opposed? The Pope and Obama. Obama was a big proponent of abortion, euthanasia, gay marriage, embryonic stem cell research, gender ideology. Men and women switching genitals. Okay. That's what the Pope said was demonic. Now, you'll never hear the media talk about that. They want to set up this controversy about climate change. There is no Catholic teaching on climate change.
Yeah.
We have a stewardship toward the environment. So this is a faux controversy because they love the Pope because he's left on social and economic issues, and they hate the president.
Well,
it's very simple to figure out.
It's very simple to figure out, but it's also persistent, right? I mean, Dagan at the beginning of the program just points out that here we are covering the president's first international trip, and what do we see on all of the media? All of the coverage about Russia and this non-existent collusion that continues to be driven down. So what is the end result here? I mean, something's got to give. The media cannot stand this president, and that's all we hear about is what they want to cover and a bias toward everything.
Listen, I woke up this morning, listened to radio, and they said that there's a picture of the president and the Pope, and the president is smiling, the Pope is not, and they're reading something into that. I met with the Pope. You know what? When he meets you, he shakes your hand. When you have a still picture, he sits there dour. Now, can you imagine if Trump has a dour look on his face and the Pope is laughing? Can you imagine what the narrative would be then? Right. What if the two of them are sitting there like this, stone-faced, depressed? What are they going to say then?
Let's speculate what's going on in their heads.
So, mga magkaigsunan, ang biyahe ni Pope Francis dito sa New York, United States of America. So, sa pagpadayon, makita na to karon nga gikan dito nagbiyahe usab ang Santo Papa ngadto dapit sa Russia. Di nato nahibalaan ang kining Russia usa kini kadapit nga sa diin ang dako nga denomination didto mao gitawag Russian Orthodox nga nahimong pinakahigpit nga kalaban sa Romano Katoliko niadtong mga katuigan wibat 538 to 1798. So atong paminawan mga kaigsunan ang mga panghitabo samtang nagabisita si Pope Francis dito dapita sa Russia.
This week on Vaticano, Pope Francis holds an evening of prayer for Christian unity in Rome. Travel with us from Italy to Russia to find out about the life of Sergius of Radonesh, recognized and venerated as a saint by both the Roman Catholic and Russian Orthodox churches, and witness how interfaith dialogue helps Christians to overcome division. For this and more, Vaticano starts now. The Second Vatican Council affirmed that the restoration of Christian unity is one of the primary concerns of the Catholic Church. And for more than 50 years now, the Church has been working to overcome the issues that divide the body of Christ. In this special episode, we're focusing on the dialogue between the two biggest branches of Christianity, the Roman Catholic Church and the Russian Orthodox Church. Despite some differences and 1,000 years of division, there's one thing that certainly unites these churches, and that's the veneration of common saints. We travel from Italy all the way to Russia to look into this element of the shared journey towards unity, the path of those who have already achieved perfect communion with God, the saints. The evening prayer led by the Pope at the Basilica of St. Paul's outside the walls in Rome on the feast of the conversion of St. Paul is a unique occasion during the year when Christian leaders gather together for a moment of prayer. At the beginning of the January the 25th celebration, Pope Francis stands with the personal representatives of both the Anglican Archbishop of Canterbury to his left and the Ecumenical Orthodox Patriarch of Constantinople in front of the tomb of their common saint, the Apostle Paul. The lector reads from the book of Exodus, a reading called the Song of Moses and Miriam. It's a song of praise to the Lord for the salvation of Israel from the hands of the Egyptians immediately after the Exodus through the Red Sea. Your right hand, O Lord, glorious in power, sounds the theme of the week of Christian unity. It glorifies God for the common baptism and for salvation from sin.
This is our experience as believers. As we grow in spiritual life, we increasingly understand that grace reaches us together with others and is to be shared with others. So when I raise my thanksgiving to God for what He has done in me, I find I do not sing alone, because other brothers and sisters have my same song of praise.
This song of praise has no boundaries and creates no enemies and no division, because this prayer is directed to the founder of the church on earth, to Jesus Christ, who himself prayed that his disciples may all come together as one. This is the song of the Russian Orthodox liturgy that unites the faithful for the Eucharistic mystery. The Russian Orthodox tradition hails from the time when the Church was united. Saint Vladimir baptized the Rus in the 9th century, and from then on Christianity in its Eastern tradition spread quickly into the newborn Kingdom of Rus. The Great Schism of 1054 broke the communion between the West and the East, and what are known today as the Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches. Subsequently, the East, including Russia, has developed a different Christian civilization to the West for around 1,000 years. These differences are clearly expressed in architecture, art, culture, philosophy, and theology. This is the heart and the symbol of Moscow, the Kremlin. With a flag atop, the Grand Kremlin Palace overlooks the Moskva River from the Borovitsky Hill. This palace functions in a similar way to the White House in the USA. and it's the official residence of the Russian president. There are also numerous church towers looking out from the Red Wall. The question must be, what are they doing in the government citadel? The Kremlin complex includes 5 palaces, 4 cathedrals, and a gigantic belfry. This is the heart of the Kremlin, the Cathedral of the Assumption, the place of the coronation of the Russian Tsars. It was built in the second half of the 15th century by the Italian architect Aristotle Fioravanti, who was commissioned by Ivan the Great. This is the tallest building of the complex, the Ivan the Great Bell Tower, housing the biggest bell in the world, the Tsar Bell. Before the Soviet Union, this citadel preserved both temporal and spiritual power for hundreds of years. Monarchs lived here side by side with patriarchs. Numerous public ceremonies and proclamations have taken place by these red walls. The Resurrection Gate, guarded by the Saints Peter and Paul, leads to Red Square and to St. Basil's Cathedral, shaped like the flame of a bonfire. To the right of St. Basil's Cathedral, Spasskaya Tower rises up with its chimes. On the opposite side is Nikolskaya Tower, with St. Nicholas of Bari guarding the city and holding a sword in his left hand, also protecting the church. St. Nicholas is one of the most important saints of the Russian Orthodox tradition. He's also a saint of the Catholic Church. These towers and walls, as well as the Cathedral of the Assumption, were designed by Italian architects, and we can safely assume that they were Catholics. So despite disagreements and sometimes even war with Catholic kingdoms, the Kremlin is a combined work of Catholic and Orthodox masters.
Tumato mga kaigsunan, ang mga panghitabo dito napita sa ilang pagbiyahe sa una sa Estados Unidos, dayon dito sa nasod sa Russia. The specific purpose of the Pope in visiting the United States of America and the nation of Russia is not for building walls, but to establish bridges for peace and unity among any religion. Mao gina ilang tumong mga kaigsunan. To heal the conflict between Russian Orthodox and Roman Catholic Church. Kaysa ako nagkikaingon, nagkakonflikto ni sila diatong unang mga panahon. To establish unity and peace to all nations and religions, and to promote the Pope agenda on Laudato Si. Mao gini ang mga tumong ug tuyo nganong gibisita niya kining maong mga dapit. Nga kung tanaw na ito mga kaigsunan, no? There is a Biblia, building walls not bridges, supposed to be ang ipundar mao ang walls kung pader nga naman. Tungod sa propesya o sa Biblia mga kaigsunan, because wall represent the law of God and salvation. Mao ni ang girepresentahan sa pader nga mao ang kasuguan sa Dios o ang kaluwasan. The protection of God's people in time of storm and tempest. Nga mao ni maprotekta sa katawhan sa Dios sa diha moabot ang dagko nga mga pagsulay mga kaigsunan. So, ang iyahang katuyuan mao ang pag-put up og tulay. Mao na mga kaigsunan lahi sa pagtawag nga gikan sa Biblia. Gikan dinhi mga kaigsunan, no, moadto ta karon ang pagbisita ni Pope Francis didto sa Israel. Nga sa diin kini Israel mao ni ang naila nga mga dapit, no, nga dunay kasaysayan nga nahitabo ito ang ginatawag Kristohanon nga pagtuo. So ato siyang tan-awon karon ang mga pagbisita ni Pope Francis sa dapit sa Israel.
משמר יעבור לדום, משמר דום! המשמר יחטיף את נשקו.
The President of the State of Israel and the Prime Minister.
Me alegra poder haber venido y cumplir con la palabra.
And the Prime Minister.
El primer ministro ha venido extremely happy to see you here.
הוד קדושתך, משמר כבוד של חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל, ערוך ונכון לסקירתך. הוד קדושתך.
Minister of Justice, member of Knesset Tzipi Livni. Leading Affairs, member of Knesset Yuval Steinitz.
That's the head of the who's ברוך הבא בשם אדוני. ברוך אתה בשערי ירושלים. הוד קדושתך.
Mao na mga kaisunan nga gikan sa Israel hingadto na sab ang si Pope Francis iyan po sa gibisita ang United Arab Emirates. Nasayod ta nga kining dapita mga kaisunan mao ni ang dapit sa mga kamusliman. Then nasayod ta nga lahi ang pagtuo sa mga Muslim o pagtuong Kristiyano. Apan makita nato karon mga kaigsunan kung giunsa nila ang pagtagad, pagsugat ang Santo Papa dito dapita sa Jerusalem. Ato paminawan ning maong video mga kaigsunan.
ونصرف وصفنا أسفاره وكتاب darle la bienvenida a mi país. Me llamo Ahmed el-Karim. Espero que disfrute de la verdad y se sienta en casa.
Te felicito por el español.
الرحمن الرحيم الكريم والعدل.
Nel nome di Dio creatore dunque va senza esitazione condannata ogni forma di violenza, perché è una grave profanazione del nome di Dio utilizzarlo per giustificare l'odio e la violenza contro il fratello. Non esiste violenza che possa essere religiosamente giustificata. Nessuno deve strumentalizzare le religioni per...
Mao to mga kaigsunan nga gikan sa United Arab Emirates maadto ta karon dito sa dapit sa Korea diin gibisita usab ni Pope Francis ang nasod sa Korea. So ato karon paminawan unsay nangahitabo dito sa nasod sa Korea.
So today is Pope Francis's last day here in Korea. He will be leaving for the Vatican this afternoon. The Pope has been sharing messages of hope and courage, reaching out to the most vulnerable and marginalized in society. He had a very packed schedule this weekend, so today we'll be taking a look back at what kind of messages the Pope delivered over the past 2 days with our Kim Chan-ju. She's at the Myeongdong Cathedral. Good morning, Chan-ju.
Good morning, Jinja. I'm here at Myeongdong Cathedral in central Seoul, and as you can see, already crowds of people have gathered here in front of the cathedral to see the glimpse of Pope Francis before he leaves this afternoon for Rome. And along with tight security and safety fences drawn, things are a little bit busy here, and it is raining, which is making things a little difficult. But things seems to be in order under traffic control, as you can see with the police. Pope Francis has traveled a total of 1,000 kilometers to and from different places around Korea in the past few days and met with people to share his message of hope. In the past weekend, he conducted 2 major events, the beatification ceremony and the closing of Asian Youth Day. So let's take a closer look.
Last Saturday, the very first location that Pope Francis went was Seosomun Martyrs Shrine. After a prayer at Seosomun Shrine, he conducted the beatification ceremony at Gwanghwamun Square in Seoul. Then he headed to Eumseong, Chungcheongbuk-do Province, where he met with the disabled at Kotdongnae Welfare Facility and also with Korean ascetics. The highlight of Saturday was the beatification ceremony.
I was so moved by just having the Pope pass by. There are no words to describe how emotional I felt.
The most impressive moment was an unexpected move by the Pontiff. He stepped down from the Pope mobile and consoled the families of several ferry victims.
Please help and pray for the legislation of a special law to prevent another disaster like this. Here's a letter. Please don't forget. Seoul Ho Ferry.
Major international press mainly covered the Pope's beatification ceremony and Korea's enthusiastic response. CNN and BBC highlighted the Pope's brief stop to console the bereaved families of the ferry disaster.
Back in April, and we've certainly seen a tremendous response across the board from South Koreans. As you say, the first trip here for a Pope in 25 years, and of course it is very important.
The ceremony was significant in that the Pope himself led the beatification ceremony.
Di ritornare ai primi momenti, agli arbori della Chiesa in Corea.
After the beatification ceremony, Pope Francis visited Korea's.
So gikan dito mga kaigsunan, gikan sa United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi, nga gisugat ang Santo Papa sa Primero Ministro sa maong mga nasod. Diin makita nato ang ilang mainiton nga pagsugat sa Santo Papa, no? Makita nato nga daghan libuan ka mga tawhan nga nalipay nga nakita nila ang Papa sa Roma. Dining bahin na mga kaigsunan, natuman ang usa ka panagna nga gisulat diha sa pinadayag, no? Sa pinadayag 3, ang nasulat rin mga kaigsunan, usa siya mga ulo daw may samad nga ikamatay na apan kini na ayo. ang iyang samad nga ikamatay, ug ang mga tawo sa tibuok yuta sa kahibulong minunot sa mapintas nga mananap. Ato nasayran sa una natong pagtuon sa propesya ni atong miaging adlaw nga kini nga mga mananap mao ni nagrepresentar sa gahom sa papado. Nga sa diin sumala sa Biblia usa siya mga ulo may samad nga ikamatay, ang katumanan niadto mao ang pagdakop ni General Berter kay Pope Pio VI o gidala dito sa Fortress of Valence. Diin siya na bilanggo o namatay siya sa sulod sa bilangguan. Unya, tungod kay gitagna man nga usa siya mga samad nga ikamatay, mao hinungdan nga nabalik ang temporal power sa papasi pinaagi ni Benito Mussolini ang premier sa Italia o ni Cardinal Gaspari nga nagpirmahanay sila og usa kong concordat niadtong panahona nga sa Marso 29, 1929. Mao na ang atong natun-an ani atong miagi nga adlaw. So sa pagpadayon mga kaigsunan, based on the pronouncement of Pope Francis in different countries, he visited is to establish peace and unity to all nations, denominations, and he asked every leaders to help him to create a special law. Sa mga dapit nga iyang gibisita makaigsunan, gi-establishar niya ang kalinaw o panaghiusa, unya naghangyo siya sa mga leaders nga tabangan siya pag-establish, pag-create og usa ka pinasahi nga balaod. So, makapungutan na ta, what kind of special law that Pope Francis wanted to create? Unsa ni nga pinasahi nga balaod nga gusto sa Papa nga iya kining imugna, himuon nga balaod. So, way pagduha-duha makaigsunan, no? Without doubt, for Sunday sacredness nga mao ang di national Sunday law. So, ang uban nga makagalaan nato dili kay niya makuha ang unsay bot pasabot apan nasayod ta nga ang mga Seventh Day Adventist nahibalo na ta nga dugay ta ang nagapaabot nga moabot yun ang gitagna sa Biblia nga giingon nasudnong pamalaod may tungod sa Domingo. So makita na ito magkaisunan ang duha ka klase nga pagtawag. Ang Biblia nagatawag nga kinahanglan mulain, mugula, samtang ang pagtawag gikan sa Papa sa Roma, ang pagtawag niya nga kinahanglan maghiusa. So sa pagpadayon magkaisunan, no? Paminawa na to karon ang video clip ni Pastor Emmanuel Nogues.
This says here from United Nations, World Interfaith Harmony Week, February 1st through 7th. What are the words? Building what? Bridges across boundaries. Building bridges? What does that mean? Building bridges. We're supposed to build walls, not bridges. We're supposed to build walls because what does walls represent in the Bible? Salvation and also the law of God. Bridges represented compromise. It represents apostasy. Again, it says, building bridges across boundaries. World interfaith harmony. What does the word harmony mean, by the way? We are at peace, right? What does Christ say in the book of, what is it? Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I have come to bring what? Peace. I did not come to bring peace, but what? A sword. But we are in harmony, at peace with Rome. It goes on to say, again, World Interfaith Harmony Week is an annual event observed during the first week of February, recognizing the imperative need for dialogue among different faiths and religions to enhance mutual understanding, harmony, and cooperation. Notice those key words there. Mutual understanding, harmony, cooperation among people. The General Assembly encourages all states to spread the what? The three angels' messages. Which message is that? It's the three angels' messages according to the papacy. It's a message of unity. But last time I read the three angels' messages, it's a message of division. It's a message of division. Come out of her. It's a message of separation. Notice. Encourages all states to spread the message of interfaith harmony and goodwill in the world's churches, mosques, synagogues, temples, and other places of worship. So where do these Seventh-day Adventist pastors get their message? From Rome. You see it right here. They were in that same movement, interfaith harmony, in Rome, and to spread the message of harmony, understanding, mutual understanding, peace, and all of these things. Can you preach the three angels' messages if you are in harmony with Rome? Because who then are you going to call people out of if you are in harmony with Rome? Right? It's an oxymoron, right? But notice this headline here. Seventh-day Adventists, Roman Catholics, and Evangelicals did what? Sign a historic ecumenical charter that affirms faith in what? One holy Catholic apostolic church. Yet, many will see me as the enemy. This guy, he's a Seventh-day Adventist. He was the one who represented the General Conference there and signed this document along with the Roman Catholic priest that we are one. Now we recognize the Roman Catholic Church as holy and the one and only apostolic church. I thought we, Seventh-day Adventists, were supposed to be the true church. I thought we were supposed to be the true church. Notice, when was this signed? On Saturday. Let's keep reading. On Saturday, January 25th, 2020, a historical ecumenical charter was signed by Seventh-day Adventists, Roman Catholics, Orthodox, Anglicans, Evangelicals, and Methodists. The signing ceremony took place in the San Paolo Maggiore Roman Catholic Church in Bologna, Italy. The document that was signed is a pledge, notice carefully, is a pledge of commitment to each other. Now, question for you. So, if there is such quote-unquote harmony, mutual understanding, pledge of commitment made between the Seventh-day Adventist General Conference and that of the Roman Catholic Church. Now, if I stand and preach the third angel's message, the fourth angel's message, within a Seventh-day Adventist church that is under the General Conference, they will kick me out. You understand? Because they are one with Rome now. Notice, it goes on to say, Adventists pledged. Pledge? Adventists pledge a commitment to whom? Rome. Our commitment should be to Jesus Christ. Adventists pledged a commitment to Rome. And Rome did what? Reciprocated that commitment. The churches that signed this document promise to uphold the principles of the ecumenical charter, which includes affirming an allegiance to each other. But at the top is the Roman Catholic Church leading this. Notice what Spirit of Prophecy tells us here. Volume 1 of Selected Messages, pages 204, 205.
Ano mga kaigsunan, no? Sumala sa pamahayag, dinhi nahisgutan ni Pastor Nugis nga doon na day nahitabo dito nga usa ka historical economical charter. Unya nahitabo pa gyud adlaw pa gyud nga Sabado. Sumala dinhi nagingon on Saturday, January 25, 2020. A historical economical charter was signed by Seventh-day Adventists, Roman Catholics, Orthodox, Anglicans, Pentecostal, and Methodist. So, nagkalain-lain nga mga denominasyon nga nagalangkob sa Romano Katoliko o mga protestanting simbahan. Diin, ato dito ang representante usab sa General Conference. The signing took place in the Roman Catholic Church in Bologna, Italy. No? Katong nakita, nga dito kini nila gipirmahan sa simbahan sa Romano Katoliko sa Bologna, Italy. Saturday, January 25, 2020. The document that was signed is a pledge of commitment to each other. Adventist pledge a commitment to Rome. Sumala sa nakita nato nga video mga kaigsunan, sumala sa dokumentong nakuha ni Pastor Emmanuel Nogues, nga gihimo dito ang usa ka commitment, a pledge of commitment, nga sa diin ang Adventist nag-pledge og commitment ngadto sa Roma. Bot pasabot, nagasaad sila, nakakumit sila nga mosuporta siya sa Roma, pinaagi sa representante gikan sa General Conference. Ato nakita mga kaigsunan nga sa atong panahon karon nagakatuman ang gingon Mrs. White nga magahiusa ang tanan nga protestante bisan pa ang Seventh Day Adventist Church. Sa pagpadayon mga kaigsunan, pagbitian nato karon ang lain usab nga video clip ni Pastor Emmanuel Nogues.
This prophecy being fulfilled, the principles of truth that God in his wisdom has given to the remnant church would be what? Discarded. To discard, or I should say, to meet with Roman Catholic and sign an agreement that you now recognize the Catholic Church as the only holy true church. That means you have discarded the truth. You are not the remnant. Notice, the principles of truth that God in his wisdom has given to the remnant church would be discarded. Our religion would be what? Change. The fundamental principles that have sustained the work for the last 50 years would be accounted as what? Error. And I'll share this with you another time. I don't have time for this. What she said here, I've covered this before. Everything that we believe will be accounted as error. We have prominent Seventh Day Adventists that are telling us the Pope is not the Antichrist. It's an error. They blame Sister White for that. They say it's Sister White who came up with that. Notice. A new what? Organization would be established. Books of a new order, like the great hoax, right? Would be written. A system of intellectual philosophy would be introduced. The founders of this system would go into the cities and do a wonderful work. The Sabbath, of course, would be what? Lightly regarded as also the God who created it. The Sabbath will be lightly regarded. When was this signed? On Sabbath. Where did he sign this? At a Roman Catholic church on Sabbath. And notice, this is the signing agreement here. You can see a better picture of it. Many of the other churches, this is the Seventh Day Adventist representative there, representing the General Conference, signing this agreement that we are one with Rome. And these are some other leaders representing their fallen churches that also sign this agreement. Now here's the Seventh Day Adventist representative now, who is about to sign this, and behind him is the Roman Catholic Church. I can only imagine that priest there shaking his head. Remember what Sister White says? Rome is not the one making the approaching. It is the Protestants reaching across the abyss to shake hand with Catholicism. Rome is not the one making the move. They are making the move. Joining, going back to Mother. You can see, this is an actual video. You see, it's in Italian, don't worry about it. But here you can see them coming in, about to sign this. This is the Seventh Day Adventist, right here. And the priest is right behind him there. This is a Catholic church. On Saturday, this took place. And this is the harmony. We are one together. Now, you know what? Ganun Diab will come. Ted Wilson will come. They will tell you that we are there to preach the three angels' messages. Which one? Which three angel messages? Which one? Because there are two of them. There's one that call a people out of Babylon. There's one that take a people to Babylon. And that's the one that you see there. Behind these fallen churches, this is the Seventh Day Adventist there. This is a Catholic church. Yes, he was preaching the three angels messages. The harmony, the mutual understanding, that's what he was preaching. Not what God wants us to present to the world in these last days. Another picture. This is him there singing Catholic hymn. And you have, again, the fallen churches along with the Catholic priest. Could you imagine this? Being there? Here's another picture of them again coming. You could see one of the gods of the Roman Catholic there. And this is him shaking hands with a nun right here.
So, ato makita karon mga kaigsunan, no? Nga, bisan pa ang principle of truth na padaplin mga kaigsunan, nga naman, dili unta ngayon, nga mo ipon, mo appeal sa maong signing of document ang General Conference. Apal sa ito nakita, usa sila nga nagpirma dito adlaw pag yung Sabado, January 25, 2020 sa simbahan nga gipanagiya sa Romano Katoliko dito sa bulog na Italy. Sa pagpadayon mga kaigsunan ato paminawan karon ang lain o pag-usab nga video clip din madungog kung makita nato ang Pangulo sa General Conference. Sa pagpadayon paminawan nato mga kaigsunan.
We saw the smoke screen, Ted Wilson in Africa, and then same time this guy is representing the General Conference in signing this document, which again I'll talk more another time about this. Meanwhile, listen carefully to what Elder Wilson says.
I want you to understand the great difference between making friends with government and other religious leaders, and on the other side, ecumenism. Seventh Day Adventists as a church and as individuals should never be involved in ecumenism, which means that you try to find some common ground in relationships with other churches, and you give up some of your faith, they give up some of their beliefs, and you find some common way of moving ahead. Seventh-day Adventists base their convictions and beliefs on the Holy Word of God.
Pause. So he just explained what ecumenism is. Yet, he is part of it. Come on, think. He just explained it. But yet, we are involved in it. See, that did not come from me. That's why I played this for you. It came straight from Ted Wilson. He explained what ecumenism is. And he said we shouldn't get involved in it. Let's listen again. Maybe you didn't hear the first time.
I want you to understand the great difference between making friends with government and other religious leaders, and on the other side, ecumenism. Seventh-day Adventists as a church and as individuals should never be involved in ecumenism, which means that you try to find some common ground in relationships with other churches, and you give up some of your faith, they give up some of their beliefs, and you find some common way of moving ahead. Seventh-day Adventists base their convictions and beliefs on the Holy Word of God. Seventh-day Adventists ought to be in the very front of the line, making friends with people. But don't ever compromise your beliefs.
So, that's what Elder Wilson said. But yet, look at this. What do we have here? He's representing the General Conference. So, with his own mouth, he tells us to leave the General Conference. Did you get it? Yes. He tells us, if you are a true Seventh-day Adventist, you should not be under the General Conference. Because as Elder Wilson just told us what ecumenical movement is, and then he said we should not get involved in it because it will lead you to give up your faith. But yet, we sign something that says we believe the one holy Catholic and apostolic church. The General Conference signed this. Now, if you are true Seventh-day Adventists and true Protestants, you must leave the General Conference. And that's what will make you a true Seventh-day Adventist. That's what will make you a true Seventh-day Adventist. Reformers. And I made no excuse for what I just said. Because if I'm going to follow Jesus, I cannot be under the general.
So muna mga kaigsunan nga dili unta ni mahitabo pero nahitabo na gyud, no? Gibatbat ni Ted Wilson nga dili gyud bagay ang mga Seventh-day Adventist nga mo-appeal sa ecumenism. Pero sumala dinhi sa makita pangalan lang o sulti lang nga dili mo-appeal. Apan sa laing bahin naga-appeal gyud mga kaigsunan ang General Conference, nagapirma pa sa mga kasabutan, unya, giatol pa yun, adlaw nga ipapahulay. So makita na to din mga kaigsunan sa Ulagway, nga bisan pa, niya itong gihimo nga panagtigong dito sa Rusya, no? Ang mga nakilalaing denominasyon, sumaas to makita diri, kauban si Pope Francis, diin naan niya kauban usab si Ganoni Diop, nga mao siya ang representative sa General Conference. Siya ang Public Affairs Religious Liberty Leader sa General Conference. So sa pagpadayon mga kaigsunan, lain usab nga video clip ang ato karon matian, no, kung unsa giday ang mga panghitabo nga nagahitabo sa tibuok nga kalibutan karon, nga sa diin ang ato mga kaigsunan diri sa Pilipinas wala gid kasayuran nga inay nga mupalayo o mulain nining mga grupo mga kaigsunan tungod kay lahi ang Seventh-day Adventist. We are a peculiar people. So dili kita pwede nga muipon diha tungod kay lahi ta nga katawhan. Ingon pa ni Mrs. White, dili gid bagay nga maapil ta sa ilang mga kalihukan. So ato makita karon kung unsa di ay ang pag-apil o pagsalmot bisan pa ang mga mag-alawit sa Seventh-day Adventist na himo noon nga mag-alawit sa misa sa Romano Katoliko. Atong pamatian mga kaigsunan, saksihan kining maong video clip.
Messenger, November 22nd, 2019. An ecumenical choir that includes what? Seventh-day Adventists is bringing us to Rome's Sunday what? Eucharistic Mass. All Saints Roman Catholic Church was live October 27. Celebration of what? Of the Eucharist for the 30th Sunday in ordinary time. Celebration of what? Of the Eucharist. Now, what we want to do here, we're going to play some clips for you of this Mass as they were celebrating the Eucharist. We're going to look at minute 34 to minute 35, where the composition of praise ecumenical choir sings while the priests prepare the Eucharistic bread and wine. Watch. Again, what did Proverbs 4 verse 14 tells us? Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Next clip we're going to look at here, minute 36. The mass ceremony now begins. Notice.
For the praise and glory of the name, our good to all His holy church.
Look, we pray, O Lord, on the offerings we make to your majesty, that whatever is done to apply us in your service may be directed above all to your glory, through Christ our Lord. Amen. The Lord be with you. Lift up your hearts. We give our love to the Lord. Let us give thanks to the Lord our God. It is right and just. It is truly right and just, our duty and our salvation, always and everywhere to give you thanks.
Verse 15, it says, avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. Let's go now to minute 39. Roman Catholic priest Benny Kappa prays so that the bread and wine can be turned into the physical body and blood of who? Of Jesus. Notice carefully.
Therefore, O Lord, we humbly implore you, let the same Spirit graciously make holy these gifts we are looking for consecration, that they may become the body and blood of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ. That they may become the body and blood of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, at whose command we celebrate these mysteries. For on the night he was betrayed, he himself took bread, and giving you thanks, he said the blessing, broke the bread, and gave it to his disciples, saying, take this, all of you, and eat of it, for this is my body, which will be given up for you. In a similar way, when supper was ended, he took the chalice, and giving you thanks, he said the blessing, and gave the chalice to his disciples, saying, take this, all of you, and drink from it, for this is the chalice of my blood, the blood of the new and eternal covenant, which will be poured out for you and for many for the forgiveness of sins. Do this in memory of me. The mystery of faith.
Go to verse 17 now. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Enter not, avoid that path. But where was the Seventh Day Adventist choir there? Inside that place where we're supposed to avoid, where the men of sin has its power. Now, next clip, we're going to see the SDA choir now sings the Eucharist, takes away the sin of the world. Watch.
Mauna makaigsunan ang katumanan sa giingon dinhi ni Mrs. White So wala pa siya mamatay, no? Doon na siya gisulat para sa itong mabasa sa Ellen White manuscript nga nag-ingon sa dinhi, I tell you now that when I am laid to rest, great changes will take place. I want the people to know that I warned them fully before my death. Ingon niya, akong nakita, akong isulti sa inyo ha. Akong isultihan ko kamo nga sa diha nga akong mapahulay na sa lubnganan, dako nga kausaban ang may tabo sa Seventh Day Adventist. Dili ka siya sigurado unsang mga kausaban apan nahibalo siya nga kini buhat sa kaaway. Mao ni mga kaigsunan ang mga panghitabo nga atong naplastar atong napaabot sa inyo ha, dili ni ingon nga pugson ka mo pagpatuo basta mao kini ang nagapanghitabo karon sa tibuok nga kalibutan. Tungod niini mga kaigsunan, no? Sublion nato ang usa ka pahibalo nga makita datos Pindadayag 18:4. Ang Dios gyud mismo ang nagsulti nini, unyan adungog ko gikan sa langit, ang laing tingog nga nag-ingon, gumawa kamo kaniya mga tao ko, aron dili kamo makaapil sa iyang mga kasalanan, aron dili kamo makaambit sa iyang mga hampak. Kini mao ang katapusang pagtawag sa Dios sa iyang mga katawhan, katapusang pasidaan, nara ka nato mga kaigsunan, kung mutuo ba tan ini, ato ba kining dawaton, o ato ba kining i-disregard kining katapusan nga pagtawag sa Dios alang sa iyang mga katawhan. O gabot sa mga oras nga di kita magtapos mga kaigsunan, sangling wala naman ang panahon, wala na tayo panahon sa pagpadayon, o ako mag-iwag ingon kaninyo, ayon nyo sa ipadaghan pakitag. Mga butang na aday na ito masayra, pinaginining atong YouTube channel, o pinipos ninyong igsoong, Chismis Media Magingon, nga ang Diyos kay tasaan, magapadayon sa pag-uban, magapanlangin ka nato, o daghang salamat.
Though I never really had one to call